Have you ever noticed how some people on Ozempic lose weight fast but end up looking worse? So like rapid weight loss sounds amazing until you see what it actually does to your body. It's not the drug itself, but how people lose the weight. Most people end up looking sick. That's often because of muscle loss. Yes, there's also losing fat, but then they're also losing muscle. They have that Ozempic phase. How they normally lose the weight, and they'll end up having like saggy, loose skin and the muscle loss Ozempic phase, and it's not what they expected or how they expected to look like. So in a way, they have that sick look that people normally talk about. There's also dehydration and poor nutrition, and here's why. Here's a synopsis of why that might be happening. Proper nutrition is still important at the end of the day. So like I mentioned, it's not the medication or the drug itself, but then proper nutrition is still important. Take a look at weight loss like winning the lottery. Anyone can win the lottery, but not everyone can stay rich. So we can win the lottery, right? But it's your spending and your financial decisions and your money making skills that will help you to stay rich or even make more money. That's why you have a lot of people that win the lottery a year later, they're broke, they're back to square one because of their habits. So take a look at losing weight the same way as like gaining a lot of money right away. So you can lose the weight right off and quickly, but to keep it and maintain it off, you need the habits, the healthy eating habits and the physical activity. Most of us also, we want to lose the weight with the Ozempic, for example. You are also at risk of losing muscle, and it's not just the fat, but you're also losing the muscle. But to preserve it, you make sure that you exercise. Resistance training will be important because there is how you think you might look and how you actually will look. So the most people think they'll lose the weight and have those six packs, abs, look lean and everything, but in a way you're losing everything and you're not preserving it with the exercises. So get into a habit of exercising, and also you have to eat well to prevent that looking ill. That's why usually when people are sick at the hospital, their appetite is reduced, they don't feel like eating, and then you'll see them even after like they're being discharged that, damn, this person has lost a lot of weight while they were sick because they were not eating properly, even though the hospital is still giving you some sort of nutrition, some sort of food, because your appetite is low. Usually when we're sick, food is the last thing in our mind. You know that feeling when you're nauseous or you have nausea? Food is the last thing on your mind. So one of the side effects of those medication would be nausea, and that in a way reduces your appetite. And then yes, you might be losing the weight, but then you're also losing your health. There's a lot of things. I feel like most of us don't appreciate this. There's a lot of things in this world that are important or are good. But if you lose your health, man, you can look so sexy. But if you don't have good health, you'll wish you were at least out of shape, but then in good health.
Yes,
and that's what most people do.
No, they say your health is your wealth.
Yeah, wealth. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Your health is your wealth. I've never heard of that.
Serious?
No, I've never heard of that. It's the first time. But then, it is important to make sure that if you are taking those medications, to make sure that you're still implying the proper things like eating well and then also exercising frequently. It is important to prioritize fiber in your diet, hydration, water, and then also protein in your diet. So all of those three are important in terms of your intake, and then your physical activity or resistance training to preserve muscle mass, because you are at risk of losing it. And it's just to make sure that you still keep it for long-term health, that is. Okay? Yeah.
Cool.
Do you have anything to add on to that?
On what you said? No, I think I've already added something when I said your health.
Yeah, your health
is your wealth.
Okay.
You can't buy it back, man.
Yeah.
You can get the most expensive treatments, but once you lose your health, it's chai, bro. It's
Yeah.
chai.